Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of It's a Dog's Life. I apologize in advance if you can hear a bit of background noise today, but it is sweltering in Denmark these days, and unless I keep an open window, I will be melting all over the microphone, which would be sort of counterproductive to running a role-playing game. So, we are back after having taken a week off. That is something that may happen from time to time, as I'm sure you can all understand. But we should all be good to go in today's session. Those of us who are here anyway. Rasmus won't be joining us today, unfortunately, so there won't be. We will be one player down, and Thalmud will be joining us with a bit of a delay, but he should be here. So let's get a recap of last time, Chris.
Yes, of course. Last time in a dog's life was moot time, where all of us got together with the rest of our set, and we had an opportunity to share any sort of social functions, to have our bragging moments, so we could look at gaining renown. Yes, and also it was an opportunity for the sept leader to hold us to account for some of the choices we'd made and some of the things we did, considering that us getting in trouble with the police put him in an awkward position because he'd just been made a detective chief inspector with the local constabulary. But we made a good account of ourselves, and renown was very begrudgingly granted to each of our characters, including including at least one of us who didn't want it, ironically, in the form of Boo. But we got there in the end. Yes, otherwise, the most notable event that occurred during the moot at Falcon's Wing was the interruption by the set leader and a lackey of the Hardrada's Blade sept up at Stamford, who deliberately provoked a violent confrontation so that they could make the Falcon's Wing sept look incompetent and unable to follow sacred rules. Just an opportunity for them to basically rub it in their face and say, no, we should be in charge here.
Yes.
And some of us didn't take very kindly to that, but the second half of the session was basically then setting up one of three separate avenues of storytelling and play we can follow up in this session. Because we started spreading word about among the people of York through trusted channels about the news that there's this dodgy German company starting to looking at buying up land and demolishing important heritage sites, and they're thinking of employing those people that knock down student accommodation. What's up with that then? Are they not content to destroy the chances of our young in this modern age? Now they're going to start taking out our history. On top of that, we also started doing some investigation into one of the characters from the aforementioned German company, who we had actually seen in the very first session, that of the secretary, the lady secretary to the boss man that we saw coming out of the homeless shelter. And with some help from the ever-resourceful Fox Freak, we were able to learn that this woman went by the name of Yvonne Hartzen, and that she was located at a fancy hotel somewhere in the more well-to-do area of York.
Yes.
So yes, of the three story beats we can follow up on, we have chasing up Yvonne Hartzen and finding out where her comings and goings. We've got continuing how the word getting out about the situation happening will go down with the people and how we can make use of it. And also trying to knock the Hardrada's Blades down a peg in terms of humiliating them in a suitably effective way to basically don't fuck around with Falcon's Wing. And actually, there is one other one I suppose we should look at following up on. Of course, is that we were called out in the last session for allying ourselves with a group of vampires. And the fact that the vampires then apparently went around telling everybody that this had happened. So it's a case of maybe we want to look into that and see about, if it's maybe do some damage control in that regard as well. But for the most part,
if nothing else, make the vampires shut up.
Exactly. Yes. All right, we get it. You had your fun. We worked together, but just keep a lid on it. We don't want chaos in the city.
Precisely.
Except some chaos, but not total chaos. We do not want, as the popular song title goes, we do not want anarchy in the UK.
Well,
No. No. No.
Just
Anyway.
a little bit.
just a bit.
Well, if I'm outvoted in my own pack, what can I do? So, yeah, that's where we're at.
Yes. So when we rejoin you, it is. Let us just say that it's a couple of nights later on.
Okay.
And you've had a couple of quiet nights.
Luxury.
Yes.
All right.
What do you do? Where do we find you?
That's a good question. Do we... I'll let the others speak up first. I've done a lot of speaking so far.
I don't know. Oh, let's see. Maybe we're at the cathedral.
The cathedral? You mean York Minster?
You could go there if you wanted to commit suicide by vampire.
That is Vampire HQ.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought that was where Old Man York hung around.
No, that he hangs out down here.
At the Jorvik Centre.
At the Jorvik Centre, which is a museum.
Yeah, no.
Right,
As lovely as York Minster is, and as much as I'm sure I'd love to be able to actually, go there so that Joan can lovingly describe the interior, because I believe you've actually been in there a few times.
Just once, but it was an experience for life.
Yes, as much as I would like to be able to go in there and have you describe that, yes, that is where the vampire prince of the city has his haunt, and as we've learned from looking at the description of that particular vampire, he is ancient and powerful and not inclined to share. So,
particularly not inclined to share.
Chill.
So yes, unfortunately, we Yorkminster's off limits unless you want to swap to playing Vampire the Masquerade. But I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
I like Werewolf for a start. I've never once actually completed a game of Vampire the Masquerade. Every game of Vampire I've been in, we've gotten like 3 sessions in, and then it's been cancelled.
Yeah.
Whereas I have actually completed at least one game of Werewolf the Apocalypse. So.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know really.
But if it's because you want to hang out with Old Man York, we can easily say that we find you down by the Jorvik Centre.
Yeah, that works. I think Molly mostly. I think I mentioned this before, but Molly kind of wants to have a fight with Old Man York in the sense of like kick my ass so I know how strong you are kind of way.
Oh Jesus!
You know?
Oh my God! Oh shit! Okay, yes.
Like she fully goes into this like this is for fun and also she knows she's gonna get her ass kicked, but.
Yes.
It feels like doing it,
Yeah, that it's a very it's a very in style thing to do for an Arun. So yeah, sure. But you wouldn't find him hanging around Jorvik or anywhere else for that matter. In the quote unquote real world, you would have to go into the Umbra to find him.
Oh no, for sure. Like I'm looking for a mirror.
Yes.
Like I'm probably going to the toilets or something.
Yes. You find, as you can see, there's a public lavatory down there, so you're able to use that and shift into the Umbra. There's you're not under any stress, so you can do so nice and quietly.
Like I just realized that like the water closet signs on this map pretty much are like, hey, yeah, here you can enter the Umbra. I just realized that.
Umbral exit and entry points. That's a good point. That is a very good point. So you get into the to the Umbra. Do the rest of you want to follow, or is it just Molly who's gonna go for a quick whooping?
I think Xander is probably with Barry.
Okay.
Just hanging out with him since they're wanted men together.
Yes.
I mean, we did that. We did get that shaven haircut for that purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Besides, as nice as it would be to sit on his backside and let other people do stuff, Barry is very proactive. I would like to have Barry address that whole business with the vampires. So he's probably going to be out and about at night, moving quietly through the streets and trying to avoid
Alright.
police, but trying to find what's his name,
Michael Neeson.
Michael, and just say, "Oi, I got a bone to pick with you," sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, let us then say that it's about 10 in the evening.
All right.
So the sun has set.
Okay.
And so basically we have you two sitting around but not in the Umbra, and we have Molly heading into the Umbra. What about our resident Newfie?
The resident Newfie is out to make a lot of oofies. It's currently stalking Molly.
Okay, so you're following Molly into
Very,
the Umbra.
I'm big, but no one sees me.
Yes.
Don't be
It's kind of like
suspicious,
seeing
don't be
Kronk
suspicious.
following after her.
Yeah. Yeah, look at me, but don't look at me, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not following you. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're moving.
All right. That means we have two different distinct groups here. Let's deal with the ones going into the Umbra first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if I need to roll anything.
No, you have all the time in the world to do this safely. You're not under any kind of stress or pressure, so you can just we'll let you just pop in there.
Oh my god, Boo is surprisingly good at stealth. You might actually have issues seeing her following you.
It's like those cartoons, you go behind a tree and you're just gone.
Yes! I disappear behind trees and blades of grass.
Yeah.
Blades of glass.
Blades of grass.
Yes,
My voice don't wanna. And my tongue don't wanna either.
that's
Just
all
go
right.
woof.
Words not doing the thing they're supposed to.
Woof.
Just woof.
Yes,
They're
definitely,
woof.
definitely woof. We
I do like Crowley, I yell at the plants to make them do the thing I want them to do.
You both make it into the Umbra. If you want to stay hidden from Molly, then you do need to roll me a stealth, and Molly needs to roll me a perception plus alertness. So it's Dex plus stealth versus perception plus alertness. Oh, Molly sees nothing.
I'm blind.
Well,
Oh Lord, I'm blind.
It was stealth.
plus dexterity.
Like,
Dex
I
is stealth.
think isn't that like a fumble because I rolled a bunch of ones?
No, because you also have 2 successes.
Oh, okay.
The only way you get what's called a botch is if you roll ones, but no successes whatsoever.
Right.
Oof, yeah, okay. You see nothing. You are not aware of the gigantic canine following you.
Everyone else sees her. It's only from Molly she's hiding.
Yes.
Drew is like,
Molly's probably too
that-
hyped up about the fact that she's gonna get her ass kicked.
is that dog doing a belly crawl after that human?
It's something like that.
Do.
You have a rat spirit joining you and doing a belly crawl next to you because apparently you're having fun and it wants in on it.
Whoa! I almost get distracted.
Squirrel.
Well,
No, rat!
rat. Wait. The rat is certainly enjoying itself. It's having a belly crawl with a werewolf.
It's cute.
I imagine it's the kind of belly crawl where Boo isn't really doing it right, so the ass is sticking way up into the fucking air.
Yeah.
So it's only the front that's actually, across the ground.
It's stealth doggy exactly, and
Yes.
The rat is not it's not alone in doing so for very long. It doesn't take soon you have 6 or 7 different rats following you in
I make the doggy version of a shh
yes
and continue sneaking.
be very, very quiet. We're hunting mollies.
Yes.
And it's working surprisingly well because Molly has.
If she ever looks back, there'll be a carpet of rats and a dog following her.
Oh yeah, but Molly has tunnel vision because she's heading towards Jorvik, where, not surprisingly, you do in fact see Old Man York sitting in his usual place with his battle axe.
I like to think, by the way, that at one point Molly looks into the fucking mirror and the camera sees Boo, and Molly totally doesn't notice.
Yes. But you do see him. He is there. He looks
Awesome.
up when you get closer and grins.
Hey, old man.
Oi. What do I owe the pleasure?
I want to fight.
You want to fight me? Why? I mean, not
Fun?
that I'm... Hey, now that I like. That I like. For fun. Everybody always has a reason to fight, you know? Everybody wants to... Everybody has a... for revenge or for justice or whatever. And people tend to forget that simply fighting can be fun. So...
Yeah, just like punching things, or clawing things, I suppose.
Yeah. You do realize you're going to get your ass handed to you, right?
Yep.
Good.
And as she says yep, she's switching to Kredos.
To
She's
Kredos.
taking her time with it, but
Yeah. He grins widely and says, "All right. No lethal blows, obviously. That would be bad. But
somehow I don't think even if I try, I'd get anything in, but yeah.
probably not. I was mostly referring to myself." And
Yeah, please don't kill me.
And he stands up, and he does the whole rolling his head on his neck, and you can, or on his shoulders, and you can hear the how he goes it's, the old joints all get loosened up.
Yes, popping.
Yeah.
Yes, and
The Yoda moment.
yes, it really is a Yoda
pulls up.
moment. It's also when he grabs his axe to fight you. He's not an old man in the way he moves. He's not.
Yeah.
He moves with incredible fluidity and ease and so on. And I don't think there's much point in rolling a bunch of dice, mostly because I haven't statted him out fully yet. But I can,
he's definitely kicking my ass
I
one
can
way or another.
he does, but he may be going. You do have this sense that he's not fighting for his life, so he's not going all out. Obviously.
Yeah.
But
This is more like a sparring match kind of thing.
Exactly, it's more like a sparring match, which means that you get a couple of punches in on him. The thing is, you hit him, and then you realize what York's greatest strength is.
Incorporeal?
You can't fucking break him. He is incredibly durable.
Oh, he has that rare 10 stamina fucking kind of speciality called indestructible.
And
Rah!
yeah, and access to various powerful gifts that he's using.
Obviously.
And
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the idea of you being able to actually harm him is I did do something at one point with I did in the previous game that we ran, A Song of Tara. There was a Geta Fenris in there who could, if she was fully buffed out and had activated all of the gifts that she, had access to, she soaked everything, including aggravated damage, with 37 dice.
Jesus.
This guy is probably somewhere in the same vicinity.
Yeah, like
So, actually hurting him is next to impossible.
I think for the like, she hits him once, right, and then she realizes like she was still holding back a little bit, and then she realizes like, oh, whatever I do, it's not gonna hurt him. Okay, then I'll just go all out.
Yeah. which he appreciates. He definitely appreciates it, and it lasts a good couple of minutes. Fighting doesn't, generally speaking, last for like 10 or 15 minutes in this system, obviously. But the fight here is with circling around each other and looking for an opening and so on and so forth. It lasts a couple of minutes before he finally does put you on the ground with a solid, hit from. He uses not the edge of the axe head, but the back of it. So he clobbers you basically.
Yeah. Like,
And
I think Molly probably like goes down on her back, and like for a second,
Yeah.
the air goes out of her lungs. Like, ooh!
Yeah,
But then
probably.
she starts laughing.
Yeah, and he offers you a hand up.
Yeah, I grab it.
He smiles when you get up, and he's like, "I really like you. You have the right attitude."
Well, thanks. Oh, this was good. Honestly, it's nice to have to have somebody I can't beat for once. If that makes sense.
Everybody needs that, from time to time. We
Yeah.
all need to be remembered to be reminded that we aren't indestructible. Even someone like me. That's why I need people like you. Because while you might not be able to take me down in a one-on-one fight like this, now if people like those builders have their way, they will start chipping away at what makes me, which is the city.
They'll rip your identity away.
Exactly. Before you know it, there won't be anything left of me. I'll just be a sterile concrete mess.
You got any other tips about that? Actually, we already blew up some of the buildings. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yes, I did. That was really good work. I don't have much other in ways of. Except I will say that they are going to try again somehow, and next time they're probably going to bring in whatever machines and engines and so on they need from out of town. And I hate to have to say this, but things may have to get bloody.
Well, let's just hope we don't get people caught in the crossfire if we can help it, right?
Exactly, but the ones working for this company, they aren't people anymore.
This might be a stupid question, but how can you tell, really? Like, do you just know? Is there a feeling?
There's well, I can sense the worm, and it's extremely strong with them.
Right.
And it only becomes that strong if you give up what makes you a person to begin with. You give up your humanity and welcome in. Many of them, not all of them, but many of them are Fomori. and have
right.
welcomed Banes into their souls, and that automatically makes them not people. It makes them monsters.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
So
Um,
never, if you have a chance to kill a Fomori, never ever hesitate to do so. They are not worth saving.
Understood.
Here, take
Well,
this. He throws you a small. It's like a metal box, and it's quite old.
Okay.
It's about the size of a chocolate bar, and
Like one of those like Wonka bar kind of types.
yeah, actually about that size, maybe a little smaller. And it's when you look at it, at the top of it, there's embossed. It's a brass box. At the top of it, there's embossed on it the head of a woman in profile, and it says Christmas of 1914 on it.
Huh.
Oh.
Well then. That's quite a time.
Yeah. Well, he says, if you ever find yourself hurt, open that thing and take a bite.
Well, thanks.
It'll help you heal up.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, old man.
Basically, he's just given you a two-use Talon, as it's called.
Nice.
Talon.
Yeah, Talon. It's like a minor magic item, which will allow you to heal if you eat it. A bite of it. It is a chocolate bar that's in there, by the way. And if you take a bite out of it, there's enough for two good bites. Then you will heal up. Even aggravated wounds will heal for the next 5 minutes, as if they were aggravated, as if they were bashing damage. So your healing abilities will be able to help you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now the real question is it York chocolate or is it German chocolate? Because 1914.
It is York chocolate, and it's actually the I have one of those little boxes standing on my shelf.
Yeah.
It is during the first war year of 1914, when they got to Christmas. The whole story of the Christmas truce and so on took place, but the British Army also realized that someone had to do something for the troops who were sitting out there in the trenches and freezing their butts off, to put it in plain English. And the royal family went into it and basically arranged that every single soldier got one of these little boxes, and in the box was a bar of chocolate, two pre-stamped Christmas cards, so they could send a Christmas greeting home to their families, and a couple of cigarettes.
That's actually very nice.
And and because so many were sent off, there are still a good few of these little metal boxes in existence to this day. So I was fortunate enough. My parents found one when they were in England a few years ago. They found one in an antique store and immediately got it for me, because
yeah, for sure,
it's
pretty cool.
They realized immediately how much I'd appreciate that one.
That's also the reason why I asked if it was German chocolate, by the way, because Christmas truce meant a lot of trading.
Yes, it did.
So I wrote it down as magical York chocolate.
Yes, yes, and it'll allow you to heal for 5 minutes, as if your
aggravated wounds heal as bashing damage for the next 5 minutes.
Yes, precisely.
2 uses. Very cool.
Yes.
Molly will be very happy to take that.
And he pats you on the shoulder after he gets you up, brushes the worst of the dust off you, and smiles with a. He looks very kind when he smiles like that.
Aww.
And like he really appreciates what you just did, because quite frankly, he needs to have some fun from time to time as well. And then he says, "Well, I have to go and be somewhere else for now, but you take care, and your friend over there as well, by the way." He gives Boo a wave.
I think at that moment, Molly turns around like, "Oh, Boo's here."
No,
Oh.
I'm a hide. You see nothing.
By the way,
no one.
by the way, really quick,
Yes.
before I forget it, out of character, I wonder if Tolkien was friends with Old Man York in this universe, because the University of York is, I think, where Tolkien taught.
He did for a while, I think, but he did end up in wasn't it in Oxford he ended up in?
I don't remember, but I feel like he was in York for a while, so it's possible.
If so, there is a decent chance that he would have befriended Old Man York, I would say.
That's neat. Anyways, yeah. So sorry. Boo! Oh my God! What the fuck are you doing here?
No, I'm hiding.
You're still hiding. But
The second he talks to her, he's like, "Oh, I like you. Wait," and then hides somewhere.
do I roll to notice again? Because I like.
I think no, because now basically he points out where Boo is, so you do spot the great Newfie.
There is a
Betrayal.
very big fluffy butt poking out of the bushes somewhere.
Yes, and
And a lot of rats.
and 6 small tails sticking straight up around and next to it. 6 small rat tails.
Just don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Exactly.
Exactly. Look at us being completely inconspicuous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the big fluffy tail is wagging because she likes York.
Yeah, I think Molly like walks over to Boo and is like, "Oh man, I believe there was something around here somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. Oh man." And it's like really play looking,
I think there is a moment of, "Hey, you know I'm here. That's unfair." Poking her head out of the fucking bushes.
Oh my God, it's Boo! I would have never seen this coming.
Grumpy dog face.
Aw, come here, you get the head pats.
Oh, okay. Head pat.
Head pats make things better.
Yes.
Even like Molly's not annoyed, but even if she was, she would be like, "Oh, come here, you
Yes.
silly."
So, let us pop over to the others for a short while.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are out and about in the streets of York, and you are hoping to come across Michael.
Hoping to. Whether or not we do is obviously a gamble.
It is, because last time it was quite clear that he knew how to contact you guys, so it was more of a matter of, don't phone us, we'll phone you, rather sort of thing. But you're out sitting around and doing bog all of anything really, for probably just keeping an eye out for anyone that looks vaguely vampire-y.
Mm-hmm.
And not surprisingly, you don't actually spot him or necessarily anyone else that you know. You're probably going to have to be a little more direct in your search and you don't really, that's the problem, is you don't actually really know where his haven or his hangouts might be. Other than, of course, him probably hanging out at the York Minster at least sometimes, but...
Well, thinking about it logically, if I was a violence happy punk anarchist in York, where would I go and hang out? Any sort of bars or clubs that would cater to that sort of?
There are definitely not inside the area that we're looking at here, but in the Greater York area, there are definitely alternative, music venues with some good brouhaha vibes. Not to put too fine a point on it.
I can already hear the music from Bloodlines playing in the background.
Same.
Okay.
That on now.
Listening to the soundtrack from the Crow.
Yes. Okay. Let me think. If I was feeling particularly, like, showing off, and if I was in that position, I would be at probably one of. That's actually part of York Minster, so I'm not sure I'd go there, but still. The bloody tour of York is perhaps a little obvious, but what about? What about where Dick Turpin is buried?
Oh,
because he's not an anarchist, but he was a criminal.
And he was certainly anti-authoritarian.
Yep.
So where is that? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do know that Dick Turpin's grave. There we go. Yes. All right, so you head down there.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah. And you know what? That is actually really good thinking. So I will say, when you get down there, you do come across someone.
Right.
Specifically, this one.
Oh yes,
hey, Mary.
The one town that was looking forward to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
She's hanging out, and she's not the only one there. There are two others, but nameless ones, basically, because she's the one of actual interest here. But Mary is there.
All right, so take the bull by the horns in this case. So
I think Xander leans in as we're making our way over here. Is like, I'll follow your lead, Chief.
Look, not looking to start anything. Just gonna talk.
That's all right. I'm not looking to start anything. She looks to her two friends, and then she looks to the two of you and says, "We're outnumbered 2-3 after all."
Well, good to know. Good to see vampires' hearing's as good as they say.
The other two are like, they're one of them is like, "Oh, what are you talking about? Of course we're outnumbering them." And she's like, "They're werewolves, you moron." And he's like,
yes.
oh.
Yes.
And he just backs up 3 steps right away.
Yes.
I think Xander, he's just sitting there with his hands in his jacket pocket, but he puffs up and kind of is sizing up the other two.
Whereas Barry, just as soon as she says they're vampires, you roar. He has this little smile on his face and just waves, "Hello." Sorry to intrude. Just was looking for one of yours you might know something about. A fella by the name of Michael, I think it was.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, he's not here, obviously, but I can take a message to him if you want.
Oh, that'd be grand, love. Thanks. Well, him and us had a little bit of an agreement, obviously, with that big brouhaha that. And he says brouhaha, obviously, without any real understanding.
She gives you a completely deadpan facial expression.
Yeah. With the police a few days back, and he got to have a lot of fun, and it was beneficial to us and all that. It was all good. We're happy for the help. Glad we could do it. We're happy to do so again. Perhaps next time he could not be so vocal about it happening in future caused us some trouble on our end, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah, well, that's Michael for you. He is a bit of a gas bag when it comes to bragging, but yeah, I'll let him know that you guys would prefer if it stayed a bit more hush-hush in the future.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing against bragging, and personally. It's a big part of werewolf society, bragging, don't you know? But yeah, sometimes it's just a bit unhelpful.
One of the one who didn't make an ass of himself already looks at Mary and tilts his head slightly to the side. He looks basically like your stereotypical biker, you know, with
nice,
complete with a leather jacket and a big, you know,
handlebar
moustache and
yes.
gang markings on his back and the whole thing, right? And he's like, and he just looks at her and he's like, brouhaha, you're just gonna let that one? They're vampires, they're werewolves, you moron. She just repeats, and he's like, right, okay, fair enough.
Oh, sorry if I said something wrong. I do apologise.
I think Xander raises an eyebrow at the other guy.
She's like, okay, listen, you know, I know perfectly well when I'm out punched, and I'm out punched in this situation. So I'll take your message to Liam, no problem whatsoever, and we just walk out of here with all our limbs attached.
Oh, absolutely. That was never. I mean, that was going to happen anyway. We're not savages.
The look on the other two's face is one of deep incredulence at that.
Yes, there's a pause, and he says, "Most of the time."
Yeah. She grins and says, "Well, at least you guys like a good punch up as much as the next guy."
Yeah, well, you know, that's our type of. I mean, vampires have got their types of vampire, werewolves have got their types of werewolf, and we're the underdog type. I mean, we don't go around looking like homeless bums.
Well, that is kind of what we have in common, isn't it?
Oh, so.
Being the odd ones out that nobody else wants to play around with.
Yep. Makes it all the sweeter when we can get back at them, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
So, Joan.
Yes?
I would like to utilize one of my powers.
Okay. Which one?
It is Truth of Gaia, to
Yes.
see if Mary's actually telling the truth, that she'll relay the message.
Yes. What do you roll for that?
Let me look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not savages, literal terrorists.
I mean, we haven't killed anybody.
No, not yet anyway, but...
Not yet, no. And besides, if we go against the Fomori, that's not killing somebody, that's killing something.
That is very true. That is absolutely correct.
Some would argue it would be the same thing to kill a vampire. It wouldn't be somebody, it would be something.
Yes, unfortunately, yes, and to those, I even as Barry, I don't think, especially as Tally, I've never quite agreed with that assessment. I prefer to see vampires as being just a little bit more than a walking corpse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Boo has had a long enough conversation with one to realize that they are. She's just been told the Oogie Boogie Boogie stories of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what has Jasper told me about vampires, actually?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Lordy.
wow, yes. He has told you...
friends with them.
He has told you that vampires are... He is Get Fenris. So he would have in that particular situation, he would have told you that they are irredeemably evil, that there is absolutely nothing that can salvage a vampire from being horrible and awful and dreadful, and that they must all be killed out of hand when you come across them.
That's a very Get a Fenris thing to say.
That's fair enough.
Okay, Joan, I posted the description in chat.
Yes, you did. Intelligence plus empathy.
Yep.
And the subject's manipulation plus subterfuge. So the difficulty you're rolling against is 6.
6, okay. Intelligence and empathy.
That's 2 successes. That's excellent. And she's telling the truth.
Okay.
She has no interest. It's very, very clear. She is frightened of you guys and doesn't want to run the risk of pissing you off.
Okay. Yeah, I think how Xander does this is that, like, as she's speaking, he just like sniffs the air as she's talking, and then leans into Barry and's like, "She's telling the truth."
Oh, good. Didn't doubt that. All right. Well, we've taken up enough of your time, miss, and sirs, we'll be on our way.
Right? They also, they also leave, and it looks from what you've been what you can tell, they were basically down here. From the looks of it, they've been putting funny weeds into small packages.
Really?
Yes, yes. That seems to be what they were up to when you interrupted them, putting funny herbs into small bags.
I tried a joint once, didn't much care for it.
I tried this. The biker says, and he takes out one of the bags and tosses it at you.
Yep, catches it, and all right, cheers.
And then they walk off, albeit a little hastily.
Yes, of course. It's like,
And now we walk away with pride. Hurry now, hurry now, hurry now, hurry now.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, it's like, yes.
If I were alive, I would have pooped my pants. If I were alive, I would have pooped my pants.
Yes.
I'm going to BRB, but
Yes.
Yeah, I'll carry on otherwise.
No worries.
Dang it. Yeah, because Xander was going to ask Barry, is like, are they really that afraid of us?
Yeah, you can get the chance to ask him when he gets back. I think he was probably called away to get his dinner.
Yep.
So, we head back over to Boo and Molly for a moment. And you are still in the Umbra, unless you want to leave, of course. You are free to leave the Umbra if that is your desire, or you can go looking for something or someone else in here.
Well, I think the interaction with Old Man York's been done. Unless Boo wants to do something here.
Nah, mostly just stalking you to see if she could.
Okay. In that case, I think Molly's like, let's go back to the normal world. Yay!
Normal
I have
world?
acquired Umbra chocolates. The best chocolates.
Spirit chocolate.
Oh no, okay, that hurt to say in real life.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen of the viewing audience, this is a service announcement. In case some of you weren't aware, Caris is Belgian. Belgians are very proud of their chocolate, and for very good reason.
Yep. But now we've got to get. Now Karis has got to get her hands on a bar of Belgian chocolate and a bar of York chocolate and do a taste test, basically.
I'm pretty
Eat
sure
them
that
at the same time. Just like...
if it's proper handmade stuff, I'm pretty sure the Belgian will still
I mean,
win.
it'll be good for sure. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say York chocolate is like, oh no, it's terrible. Like,
Oh,
no.
Yeah,
that's
no,
not-
of course not. I would have said that maybe Erica would have words about that, but to be honest, I imagine she'd agree with you.
She probably would. And it is a part of still a part of the tourist industry in particular in York to this day. Is the confectionery business, particularly fudge and chocolate.
Oh, fudge, York fudge. Seriously, just
That is the Fudge is incredibly good.
God, I can feel my arteries.
I'm strict already.
And I'm not allowed to eat that kind of thing anymore, and it makes me sad.
Aw.
So, Chris, As we were walking away, I think Xander like throws a look over his shoulder at the vampires, basically running away,
Mm-hmm.
and like leans into Barry, and is like, "They really that afraid of us, Chief?"
Power walking, but well, if you were an immortal being who sustained themselves on the blood of others, and you were still all right. You're a bit tougher than the average person, but you're still pretty. Can get taken down by something with like someone with a shotgun or something, and you go up against another being who can transform into a 9-foot tall, very fast, very angry killing machine of claws and teeth that can heal as fast as you shoot the bugger. Do you think you'd be just a little bit put out?
Yes, when you put it like that, it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I heard this story, right, from I don't know if Ian was making this shit up or not, but I heard this story he told me about this one time over in America, in Los Angeles, I think it was, some vampire managed to get on the wrong side of a werewolf and only managed to defeat it because they managed to trap it in a giant set of observatory doors.
Fuck you and your meta references.
I've heard it. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's certainly a hell of a story.
That's good. I like that.
I thought you were gonna say like they dropped something on it because that happens as well.
Oh, it is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yes. Oh, yes. That. I mean, for all that Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines is full of jank. That I wouldn't call it a boss battle, but that survival event against the werewolf. My God.
Yeah, that brown
really
trousers
good,
time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
Yes.
have your up dude now leave.
All right. Okay.
Oh, that was a really good reference.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. That's the video. I'm out. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you next session.
Yeah, so you have to
No.
leave now.
But I just thought, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's just anyway.
Absolutely.
So Barry is eyeing this packet he's been given, and I referenced the fact that he went for weed once and didn't care for it as a deliberate antithesis of the previous character.
Yes.
But he's like this. What the fuck is it giving me? And he basically
Sniff it.
yes he basically it's in a sealed packet, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
Ziploc, probably.
Yeah, so
Right.
I think Xander has like heightened sense of smell, so he's just like, I can smell that through the bag already.
And what's it like?
Don't care for the stuff myself, but it's strong.
Well, I'll try it out when we get back somewhere safe. And it might be best to like hold me down just in case it sends me berserk.
Like Xander gives him a look like, are you serious?
Who knows what let's make their drugs with? It could be dead. Don't do anything to me. For all I know, they've laced it with silver. He looks very closely to see if there's like little flecks of silver in it now.
No, not whatsoever. It smells 100% natural.
All right. Well, that's fine. No silver. All right. Let's say we'll try it. I'll try it when I get back to basement.
Xander's giving an unsure, I don't know about this look as he's following Barry.
Relax. You'll be fine. Besides, you'll be there to take over if things go wrong.
That's what I'm afraid of, Chief.
So basically, you lot eventually you all meet up again. I'm taking it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I love how his first thought is, oh, if this sends me berserk, not a, maybe I shouldn't take it.
Yeah. I'm still doing this, but...
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
catch me if something happens, right?
He's a bone nor third. He's going to be a bit weird.
Yes, that is a very valid point right there.
So yes. So once we all gather together, he's like, yeah. I assume when we gather together, he'll look at doing it then.
All right, so I am going to say that you are heading up Parliament Street, which is here.
Mm-hmm.
and all of you together.
Nice.
And you see there's a young man coming towards you. The street is otherwise empty.
Interesting.
But he's walking towards you, or more precisely, when you realize it, he's more staggering towards you, actually.
Who runs up the, happy puppy she's always been?
Yes.
Boo, hold on.
Nah, go on.
Yep.
And he's maybe 50 meters away or something like that, and he's holding his stomach. He's just wearing a pair of dark trousers and a white shirt. But even at this distance, you realize that shirt isn't staying white.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boo can probably smell the blood.
Oh,
No, you can't.
I can't?
No.
Weird.
Yes.
Oh no.
I still go to see if he okay. Well, he clearly ain't, but, Boo is a little bit slow.
Yes. So you run towards him, and when you get closer to him, you realize there's no scent coming off this guy at all.
Oh, he like me!
That's not a good thing. I think Barry's just motions to others to hurry up after Boo because this looks dodgy.
I think,
Molly goes up, so.
I think Xander puts a cautionary hand on the pistol that he stole from the police and has it at the ready just in case.
Just in case. But the young man looks at Boo when you approach. A dog? What?
Woof.
And then he sinks down on his knees and falls over on the ground.
I catch him. It looks like that's gonna hurt his face.
He passes right through your arms. Or
My
in this
fur.
case,
Oh no! I think that pauses her a little, and for a
Yes.
moment she thinks she's dead, and that makes her sad.
Yes.
Oh yes, you're the ghost.
Yeah.
She is easily confused. I took that fucking flaw, so it's like, oh, you hurt? Wait,
Am I dead?
am I hurt?
I'm still gonna make fun of it though.
That's pretty good.
Wait, where the fuck do you... Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think Xander looks to Barry like, the fuck is going on?
And he lies still on the ground in front of all of you for maybe 20 seconds.
Tries to turn him over, of course, going through him constantly, like, oh no, he hurt!
Yes.
Why can't I touch?
And then he vanishes.
Easy.
That makes Boo sit down immediately, like, what?
What the fuck just happened?
I think... Well, I'm... Speaking as a sort of spirit speaker among werewolves, I could probably guess that was a ghost.
A
I think
ghost.
Xander shakes his head. It's just like fucking weirder and weirder.
Oh, what? You get werewolves and vampires and evil corporations of demons, and so ghosts are now off the table.
Well, no, but it's like, look, it's like, werewolves are fucking weird, right? And then vampires are fucking weird, and then you've got that evil corporation, and then at one point you kind of get used to that, and that becomes the new normal, right? But then it's another thing. Fuck's sake!
Just wait till you hear about the fucking changelings.
What?
The fucking what?
Another time.
what?
Barry, I went my whole
fuck's
life
sake.
without knowing about any of this.
Yep. Well, now this is your life, so you're gonna have to educate yourself right quick.
Where'd he go?
He's a ghost. He's not alive. He's a lingering spirit of someone who died, who stays around here, doesn't move on properly.
Can
wouldn't be
everybody, by the way, let me have a roll here from all of you. While you're standing around anyway, let me get a perception plus primal urge.
Oh no. Oh no.
Perception plus primal urge.
I do need to up my primal urge.
You said perception plus what?
Primal urge.
Primal urge.
Primal urge.
Difficulty is just 6.
Okay.
That wasn't great.
Still a success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two successes and one
Hey, I got
more.
a success.
There you go.
There it is. Found it.
I rolled so many goddamn dice.
Boo is confuzzled by the whole missing man thing.
She's sniffing at the ground where he was, like, not getting it, because vampires also dead, but they do not do this.
That is true.
Also, they smell.
Yes.
They usually also smell dead.
Mm-hmm.
This was like someone farted and no smell.
Those of you who did get some successes, whether it's 1 or 2 in this case doesn't matter as much, but you all have this feeling like all the little hairs on your neck and then all the little hairs on your spinal column all the way back to where your back stops being your back and becomes your arse all stand up like somebody walked over your grave. You just have this feeling of something really, really nasty.
I think we need to get out of here right now.
What is that?
Don't care, we're going. Come on, follow me. Boo, forget about him. Can't do anything for him, we gotta go.
I pick Boo up.
How? How?
Yeah.
That's how.
I mean, it would probably take all 3 of us.
Well, I think you. So you basically, the point is, you guys are leaving.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I know you were hoping to introduce something else there, but we're like, no, I know where this is going.
Nope. This is absolutely fine. You're leaving, and as you are leaving, you do have this distinct feeling that like you're being watched as you leave.
Of course.
Everyone but,
Like,
Boo, who's
I
like,
can-
what's going on now?
I can carry Boo in real life. Like, Molly definitely can carry you.
Yeah, the issue is, it's not just a box, right? It's
No,
a weirdly
I know,
shaped object
but
you
it's-
have to carry.
But it's more like, look, you're coming with us now. Stop sniffing.
Stop squirming.
Anyway, so
I
yes,
sniff your face instead.
we'll get out of there.
Yes.
Yeah.
The feeling of being watched all the way. I mean, how long does that last? I mean, how far out do we have to go before that stops?
It stops when you reach Church Street, which is up here.
Huh.
Okay. So Parliament Street is Ghost Town. Good to know for future reference.
Something happened there, at least. You have a really weird, unpleasant feeling about what just, that was really nasty.
I wonder if anyone knows about that kind of stuff. What happens in the town and in those kind of places.
Possibly. Oh, you say that in character?
Yeah.
Maybe. Not anyone weird, no. Somebody look up in a...
Xander's gonna look up stuff and see if he can find anything about Parliament Street. It's gonna pull out his phone.
We're gonna find, like, York's version of Jack the Ripper.
Let me just check something in a hurry here, and I shall...
Just like a rip-off version, Jack the Rip-Off.
It's a rip-off.
Basically, the Parliament Street is the adjacent or parallel street to the Shambles.
Yeah.
The Shambles is over here, which is obviously the most famous tourist trap in northern England. It's a beautiful place, though, but it is a place of touristy little shops and so on.
Right.
But Parliament Street is the adjacent street to that, and so you try to look up some information about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, as it says here, it was once known as the Great Flesh Shambles.
Yeah, that's
But
because it was a butcher's place.
exactly, it was a butcher's street originally.
Yeah.
And
It's like the tenderloin place.
yeah,
So somebody got butchered.
and it seems like somebody got carved up there.
Oh my God! If it's like a Sweeney Todd situation, that'd be amazing.
Yes.
Like, oh no, the butcher is going out of business. I need better meat.
So, now that you're standing in Church Street and you no longer have this feeling of being observed, what you do?
Why do we have to leave?
Bad feeling. Something was watching us. Something not friendly.
Oh.
Right. So. Okay. So. Let's focus on other things. So you two, Molly. Well, did you get to do what you did? Did you get to do what you need to do?
I mean, I
Molly's probably
probably
sporting a black eye or something.
Yeah, I think Molly's like pretty bruised up. Like, yeah, I had fun.
Clearly.
And then she drops Boo, like realizing like, oh right, here you go.
The hell happened to you, kid?
I punched Old Man York. She has a smile on her face as she says that.
Oh, gave him a good time, did you?
Yeah, it was fun. I punched him and he punched me back, and it was good. I mean, he hit me with his axe to be exact, but
Xander's just shaking his head.
Good to know.
I mean, I feel like I remember you mentioning something about that, Xander.
I mean,
That was a joke.
well, it's good to know for future reference, Molly, that you're into older men.
Really? Like, that's... She just kind of looks at you like, that's what you're going for?
Mm-hmm. And you get the look of a man who's been traumatized by being referred to as boomer too many times for him to care by now.
Well, I mean, I'm still not going to be into you, I'm afraid, but...
Oh, that's fine. Wouldn't dream of it. Anyway, so we've done our stuff too. So all those plans we talked about. Shall we go and sort some of them out back home?
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
You know, just let's not go back the same way we came out here, because don't want to go back down that street in a hurry.
All right. I admit I am a bit curious about that street. I wonder. I'm not about to wander in there, but I wonder.
I think Xander whispers to Molly. He's like, "You want to go back there sometime?"
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's like go in there with a video camera, put it on YouTube, ghost hunting.
Yes. That's
Get all
fucking
the
right.
Patreon money.
I want to get it. I mean, do I hear that? Can I hear that?
I would say that yes, you probably can. I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
Molly is not being quiet about
Yeah.
it. She's like,
Xander's
oh yeah,
not
we'll
really
grab a video camera and like,
Yeah.
Yep. I won't say you can't, but I will say just be careful.
yeah. All right, no promises.
Yeah, you know, you're our best fighter. I don't want to end up losing you to some stupid ghosty nonsense.
Hey, who knows? Maybe I can learn how to punch ghosts.
I wouldn't know anything about that. But maybe. Weirder things have happened.
Yeah.
All right. So Barry is basically heading whichever way he needs to get back to Xander's basement without, while avoiding the general area of Parliament Street.
Yes. Well, that is doable. You get back there, obviously. The lots of you.
Okay, so what were the objectives that you're wanting to go over, Chief?
Well, as far as I see, we've got 3 to follow up on, and which we want to follow up on pretty quick like. It's because we got to find out more about this woman from Sonderbow. What was her name? Hartson. And the hotel
Yvonne,
Yvonne Hartson, and the hotel she's staying at. In case of joining them all without going in because they're not going to let us in. Then there's the matter of continuing the work we've been doing, spreading word, getting news out, keeping control of the news going out to people best we can. And the other one is a chance to stick it to the Hard Rider's blades, get our own back on them, behalf of the Sept.
I like that last one.
Yeah, it'd be more fun doing that, but it's less immediately vital to our defending the city of York and our homeless shelter situation. But we certainly should do it at some point.
Well, maybe we can make him look stupid while making Pentex, stumble all over the place.
Well, that's not a bad idea if we can pull it off. So, which of these we want to look at first? The lady, the news, or the werewolves? The other werewolves, rather.
Well, personally, I feel like the news is going to be important here. Like, Pentex probably is going to put out all kinds of propaganda on their end, right?
Yeah. All right. So we've already got news out to various people through message boards, newspapers, word of mouth. What else?
I soapboxed them.
And the soapboxing. Yes, we've done some of that too. What else can we do?
It'd be damning if we could find evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Like some kind of we're gonna sell this place and turn it into an evil mall place. Who kind of document?
That'll be a local government. So we need to basically sneak into local government. I don't know, hall and just see if we can find some paperwork.
So basically, you want to go into City Hall and just steal shit?
Essentially, yeah.
That sounds fun. Let's do it.
Oh, the problem is most of that stuff's probably going to be digital now. Not really anything physical to take.
It's true, but
there's always going to be physical backups, aren't they?
Sometimes.
I wouldn't know about that.
I can talk to Fox Freak and see if he might be able to help.
Fox Freak's going to get in on this. He's been invaluable so far, and he seemed grateful to be included in the things and accredited. So let's get him on. Let's get him on side.
That seems like a good idea. And then maybe while you're doing that, I could go take a look around the City Hall. Just look out for entrances and the like.
Yeah, not bad.
Right, if you want, Boo, do you want to come with me, or what do you want to do?
She looks up from whatever she was looking at. Huh?
Do you want to come with me to go take a look around City Hall, or would you prefer to go with Xander and go and talk to Fox Freak, or maybe do something else?
Wherever I'm needed.
Well, I think Molly just kind of looks
code for she forgot to listen to the conversation, so she doesn't know what is going on.
All right.
Yeah, I think Molly just kind of looks like, I tried.
Boo, why don't you go with Molly? Help watch her and keep her in line.
She's gonna help keep me in line.
I'm not sure that's. Yeah, but that's not how it's going to work. Even I know that. Besides, it'd be good to get Boo good to get Boo knowing the layout of the place eventually, because she's one of our best. Still, she's best at sneaking amongst us.
That's true. Well, regardless, in that case, I'll be off with my big doggy.
Yep. You look after
Yeah,
each
I'm a
other.
good sneaker. Molly didn't see me and 6 rats following her.
Wait, what? What rats?
That's because Molly's
Extremely
oblivious.
proud as he just wags her tail, walking toward the city hall.
All right.
She's just fucks off.
Yeah.
I think when
Right.
Boo and Molly leave, I think Xander turns to Barry.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
What?
Sending those two.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Okay.
Moments later, you hear
Probably
explosions all
explosions.
over the fucking
Yeah.
city, sirens going off everywhere.
Mhm.
Like a nuclear device goes off in City Hall somehow.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yep.
Molly's excuse is I wanted to punch it.
Mhm. Yep. Pretty much.
I saw a red button, I said not to press it.
Yeah,
And then Boo pressed it.
Yeah.
Point is that like, oh, they'll be fine. They can they balance each other out quite nicely.
Well, I guess we're off to meet with Fox Freak then.
Guess so.
Last thing you hear is Boo barking at Molly to get her to race her all the way there.
Okay. Sure. Molly will switch to her doggo form and race you. Why not?
Yay! Running and balls, the things she loves the most.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Gesundheit, yes.
Probably quite a sight, actually. Like the streets of York suddenly, like a Newfoundlander and a fucking wolf, just fucking.
Fuck.
Oh.
Arf, arf, careful, here we come.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should shift into Hispo.
No.
Oh God, no! Cause trauma, not even the good kind.
Dire wolves in the city.
I don't have to, I'm already the size of a dire
True.
wolf.
Honestly, I feel like if if Boo went Hispo, it'd just be like, oh yes, and now I am bigger than the city.
No.
Boo Hispo is like, why is the horse shaped like a dog?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was about to say about the size of a
pony,
horse.
pony sized if you do that.
Yeah.
Oh wait! I think I found a perfect piece of art. I'll link it to you. What she looks like, probably.
The so where precisely did you decide to go? One
We're off
group
to
was
scout.
going, yes, some were going to talk to Fox Freak.
That was Xander and Barry.
Yes.
Yep.
But the thing is, you don't really know where he lives, but you do have his phone number.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, oh right, cool. If you don't know where it is, you just do that, right? Hold on a second, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
No problem. Yeah, I think Xander will give him a call then whenever
Yes.
we split up.
Yes. And the other two were going to go scouting for what precisely? The hotel, or what was it?
City
Actually, the
Hall.
hotel would also not be a bad idea. But we were talking about City Hall, like
City Hall, okay.
checking out City Hall and like the entrance points and such.
Oh, right.
I think Xander turns to Barry before he calls Fox Freak and is like, "Do you think the Vamps would be able to help? Knowing ways in and out of City Hall or the hotel?"
I think he had to
Oh, did
AFK
he?
for a second.
Okay.
Oh my god, I just realized something amazing.
Hmm.
I have open seal. Nothing is locked for me.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Very
Um,
true.
I linked I linked Boo in Spo, by the way, in It's a Dog Life. It's just straight up Sif from Dark Souls for anybody who
Oh my
wants
god,
to
yes,
Okay.
yes, Wolf.
look. Big
Holy
Papa.
smokes, that is... Wow.
That's Great Wolf Sif.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Yes. Also, that
Zan-
would Artorias would make quite an impressive Grand Clave.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, I'm back. So
yeah, Xander asked, do you think the vamps would be able to help? No one weighs in and out of City Hall or the hotel.
oh, probably. How much you want to rely on them, though?
I don't know. I'm new to this werewolf thing. They seem
No,
like
trust-
normal people to me.
Yep, to a point. But they think like vampires. They think like predators, and they think in the long term. Even the best meaning of them sometimes have a manipulative streak in them. Trust me, there's a reason why most werewolves don't trust and don't look kindly on interacting with vampires. Why do you think we didn't get any honour at Moat for working with them?
Yeah.
If we help them too, it's good to have some help like that sometimes, but at the same time, it's very likely that we're simply playing to their hands, being their, pardon the pun, their dogs' bodies. We just end up working for them, and that's not what we're supposed to do as werewolves. So we'll have to be cautious if we go back to them.
Okay.
Anyway, if you're gonna,
You call Fox Freak,
You call Fox Street.
and he does pick up the phone, and you can hear the phone connecting, but he doesn't actually say anything, which is normal for him, I should say.
Right.
He wants to hear who's calling him before he gives away his voice.
Right. Yeah, as soon as Xander hears the pause, he's like, Fox Freak, it's Walls.
Ah. Hi there. Good thing that you're calling me. I have some disturbing information for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and hear it then, I guess.
I've been making my way into the security camera systems for that hotel. And it's not been easy, I should say. They have pretty good security. But that woman that you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
She's been living in that hotel now for a week, shall we say?
Uh-huh.
And in that time, she's brought some company to her room twice. They haven't left.
Oh, shit.
No.
Yeah, I think Xander has it on speaker so Barry can also hear.
Oh, yes, sorry. Hi, Fox Freak. It's Barry here as well. Sorry if I'm listening in.
That's fine.
That's not good though, but it's good that you told us. Means. Oh, didn't need any more proof that she's likely some kind of worm-tainted Fomori. What's it? But whatever's going on in there, would be nice to put a stop to it if we can.
I agree. But for you to get into that hotel, you're going to need to scrub up and clean up.
Yep.
To put it mildly.
Yep. Well, that's going to be quite the feat, but
either that or you're going to have to climb up the outside of the building or something.
It's probably more feasible.
That's definitely what Molly's going to want to do.
Yeah.
And Boo, if I think about it.
It's that or wait until she leaves next time to, as I said, bring home company. But it doesn't... I mean, she's only done so twice. It's not enough to establish a pattern.
How
Damn,
far apart?
that was my next question.
Yeah, how far apart were the incidents?
2 days.
How long ago was the last one?
3.
Right, so it's likely she's either had another one since, or she's going to get another one soon. Well, that might be our way in if we can get one of us to clean up, and the rest can make their way up the side of the building, and we can make an ambush of it. It's sensible.
That's
Any,
definitely an option.
Any patterns in her company? Where they
Well,
dress, where they look?
Male.
Yep.
Good physical condition from what I could see in both cases. You know.
Well, that'll be you then, Xander.
Yep. The only question is, where's she finding these people?
Yeah, I have no idea of that.
Yeah, security cameras don't go outside the building for obvious reasons.
Exactly.
Well,
But you could always follow her from when she leaves, and nobody says she has to come back to the hotel again.
Yeah.
that's very true. That is very true. Let's look at doing that then. Thanks again.
Oh, and Fox Freak, we were wondering
Oh, yeah?
if we could get some help for stealing maybe some evidence from City Hall. See if we can find anything that condemns these assholes.
Oh, if I can find something, but I've been looking already, and I'm afraid that what they have been doing is... I think they have been putting a major spanner in my works by being extremely low tech about this.
Oh, so it is paper stuff.
I'm pretty sure that is what the situation is. That they're dealing with actual physical documents. I can't find a
dare they?
I can't find a damn thing anywhere.
Those Ketty Burks. All right. Well, that mean all the more reason for us to try to get ourselves in there then.
Yeah.
But thanks for looking into that for us,
No
Fox
problem.
Street. Honestly, at this
Yeah,
point,
thank
at this point, you're practically a member of the pack.
Well, glad enough to just be of help.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll find a way to make it up to you someday.
I'm sure you will.
Is there anything else, Sandy?
I think that was it.
All right. We'll catch you later, friend. Take care.
Yep, you too.
See you, Fox.
He hangs up.
Yep.
So, yep, low-tech solutions to high-tech problems. Sounds about right. So we are going to have to sneak in there and find a physical copy.
Yeah.
I'll bet you they've got some physical guards.
Yeah. This seems like a step for them to be cautious in covering their asses.
Mm-hmm. It's like they don't want people finding out.
Exactly.
Isn't that sus?
Just a tad.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
What?
Ain't that so...
Oh God! I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You didn't even realise it.
Oh, not until you pointed it out. For fuck's sake! Look, it's a good game, but for God's sake, it's yes, no.
Red sauce, kick it!
Toss me out the hatch. That's it. I'm done. All right. So, all right. I think perhaps we'll hear back from Molly and Boo about what the situation is at City Hall, and then maybe we can look at chasing up. Little Miss Hartson.
Yeah. If you don't mind, boss, I may head over to the hotel and just keep an eye out. If she keeps taking people up every 2 to 3 days, we don't want to miss our window of opportunity.
All right. How are you getting in contact with any of us then?
Frankie has a cell phone, doesn't she?
I think so.
I'll see if I can give her a call.
Add her on
If I notice
Discord.
anything.
To be fair, in this current shit,
Yeah, it's a good thing you're not there. Oh, sorry, a good thing. You're not there. The point is that if you had been there, Barry would have been like, "The fuck is Discord?" He's been a homeless dude for about half his life. He has no idea about these things.
that's fair.
But apparently he knows how to say sus. So.
Yeah.
It was a thing before Among Us.
It's just diction, yeah.
I like to think he's played Among Us once in like the library or something.
Anyway, so have we had Molly and Boo bit yet, or are we going to move on to that?
I think what happens is like this scene ends, and as it ends, we get like the little like Sonic fucking song, like rolling around at the speed of sound, and then it switches to us.
Oh no!
Gotta follow my way.
Bowling people over in the street.
Oh, definitely. If it's probably like Boo definitely hits a few people on the way, I think.
Yes.
Who is very clumsy and at the same time extremely elegant, and it's a weird kind of thing to see. Because it's like, she has a lot of weight she actually has to stop.
Yeah, it's
so
like...
she realizes a bit too late, and that means people fall over.
The way I imagine it is like, there's a bunch of scenes in the Spider-Man movies where they act like they're clumsy, but it's like, oh, and I'm gonna throw this person that way, and I'm gonna knock them out of my way, and oh no, I'm so sorry, and like that whole thing. Like, that's kind of what I imagine it as. Right?
I think so.
I'm gonna try to find that scene for you at some point.
I think it's more of a, I'm turning this corner, but my ass is a little bit heavier than I thought, so the one who was standing in the corner is now flying.
Oh, so you drift through the corner.
Basically.
Boo
You leave behind like a rubber.
It's still in Boo shape, right? Yeah, I figured you're still in Lucas.
She's in beast form.
Yes, and that means I would like you specifically to give me a perception plus alertness roll, and it's smell based, so it's lower difficulty.
Can I roll it as well? Because I'm in wolf form.
Oh, if you're in wolf form as well, yes, sir.
Yeah, we're raising an
right.
beast.
Ah, right. Then absolutely okay.
The difficulty is what?
Perception plus alertness, and the difficulty is 8.
Ooh.
So it's 7?
It's one lower, obviously, for because you're in lupus form. So yeah. Oh,
there you go.
Holy hell!
Wow. Holy fuck.
3, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Molly, you stop for a moment because there's this strange scent that you've smelled before, and you can just feel it, but it's not quite strong enough for you to, you want to catch it, but it's kind of fleeting. But
yeah.
But for Boo, it's almost like you're walking into a perfume store and just getting assailed by this one overpowering scent. And specifically, the scent that you smell is the perfume and body odor underneath this of the woman that you saw in the alleyway that day.
I think that makes, Boo come to a skidding halt immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just follows the scent.
Yeah.
She's too distractible.
I think it takes Molly like a second to notice, and she like has to double back to see where you went.
Yep.
Would make sense.
It leads the scent leads up actually towards the minster. It's in that general direction.
I'm still blindly following the scent.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm probably following Molly and like what the fuck is she doing now? Like kind of thing. She's supposed to keep me out of trouble, damn it. Not the other way around.
I'm sorry. She's absent-minded.
Like, out of character, it's okay. I'm just making fun of it. Like, it's okay.
She's hopelessly naive, so she believes in the best in people.
Yes.
Oh.
She's also, kind of absent-minded, so she forget important things.
Aw.
Like what she's doing.
It's okay. She means well.
It specifically says that important things like names, phone numbers, and which route to take to the cairn, you often forget tasks you've been assigned.
Yeah, for sure. Like
The only
think
thing I do
exactly,
remember
like-
is my name.
Yeah, I think exactly like, oh yeah, wait, that smell, I know that smell, and then you go after that. That makes sense. It's like.
I
I'm
think
just
she's the
making fun.
closest thing to Dory you actually get. Just keep running, just keep running.
So, you're following the scent all the way up towards the minster, but it doesn't go quite into that church. Instead, it goes into the church on the other side of the road, into what's called St. Michael the Belfry, which is this here. And it is it is also an Anglican church. It's quite strange, really. You have the enormous Anglican cathedral on one side of the road, and the much smaller, though it is. I mean, by any stretch of the imagination, St. Michael the Belfry is actually a fairly large building and a large church, but it's just right next to the largest cathedral in the north of England. So, it looks tiny by comparison.
It's like someone can have a large villa and then they put it beside those ginormous Hollywood villas and they're like, yeah never mind.
Yeah, then suddenly it looks like a forest shack, right?
Right.
Pretty much the same thing here. But it leads into the church.
I sniff at the door.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm not allowed to go in there.
It's opened. It's ajar. But, I mean, at this time of night, it's probably like 1:30 in the morning by now.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. I think Molly switches back to a human form as she like approaches behind Boo.
Yes.
Because I feel like a wolf is a bit more conspicuous than a Newfie.
You can always pretend that your Newfie just dragged you in.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do if I get caught. But yeah, I'm gonna sneak in behind you.
Yes. That is entirely doable. You can get in there fairly easily. And the thing that you see when you get in there is it's quiet. There's a little bit of light, like dimmed lights. But the place is empty, except for that one woman that you've been looking for.
Oh.
And she's walking down the central aisle of the of the church, buttoning up her shirt.
Toward us or toward the altar?
Towards you. And she hasn't, because you just snuck in, so she hasn't really noticed you. She's all the way up at the other end of the church.
Yeah. I think Molly, realizes this, and although she thinks she could probably take this woman in a one-on-one fight, she's gonna try and hide away.
Yeah, and that's easy. That's easy because you have all the
pews.
You have all the pews that you can hide behind.
Yeah. I think it's literally like a moment of like, oh shit, dives behind the pews.
Yes. And she, as she walks past you, what you realize, or when she gets at least a little bit closer, and she's just walking right past you, she's licking her lips. Nobody is supposed to have a 2-foot tongue.
Okay, well then.
Unless you're Gene Simmons.
True.
Does she smell off in any way?
Confirmed we're playing 40k.
Do you have the sense worm gift?
No, but she could smell like I just ate an entire person, right?
That's a human person.
That's a weird sort of thing to be able to smell on someone.
Well, if she smells, overtly of blood and
That
a
is
man's,
true.
weird hormones and, fright
That is a
hormones
good
that
point.
isn't
Okay,
hers,
give me a roll for that, and I would say that it's a difficult roll, but it's not impossible. So let's get another difficulty 8 roll here, and if you're still in lupus, then it's obviously difficulty 7.
I'll roll it as well. If
Yeah,
that's
of course.
Perception alertness, right?
Perception alertness.
2!
2 and 1.
1.
Yeah, there's something. There is something strange going on here. There's her own perfume, but there's also a man's aftershave quite strongly hanging about her.
Boo looks after her, then looks across to Molly in a do we get her or do we not get her kind of look.
Molly is really, really tempted to go Krenos and just fucking attack her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
You should know that this is a public building. There will be security cameras in here.
Yeah.
But maybe outside there won't be.
I mean, did the security cameras pick up the 2-foot tongue?
That's a good point.
Not if she looks down in a specific way, because they will always be up in the corners.
It's more a matter of the light. Yeah, and the lighting in here is not good at this time of night. But it would still be impossible to disguise a Krenos.
That's true.
That's a person-shaped person leaving, and that is suddenly something ginormous with big ears and claws that shine, right?
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, like... Okay. Yeah, I think I'll follow her for a little bit and see if we can get an opportunity to attack her.
So
sneak mode!
So you follow, you follow her out of there. Okay, then that's Dex plus sneak, and I have to roll to see if she picks up on you being there. But let's get Dex plus 6. Difficulty is 6, and so is hers.
Yeah, it's basically a versus test.
Would lightning?
Why?
Damn it, Boo!
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Would lightning reflexes come into play here?
No, that would be more with dodging.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, whoops, that's noticing. Sorry. Oh, wow, holy shit.
There you go. That is actually really good. That's 4 successes. Unfortunately, Boo did not do so well, so let's see if I can pick up...
If you can beat 0 successes?
She can, unfortunately.
She gets 3.
She gets 3 successes.
So she did beat mine.
So she doesn't notice Molly. I think the second Boo... The second Boo realizes she's been done because, like, oh, I'm gonna sneak, and then immediately stumbles down the fucking stairs behind her.
Yeah.
She just gets up and plays the happy dog, like, hello, pet me!
The point is that she's not fooled so easily.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, but I'm just playing to the naive. She's probably not gonna hurt me if I'm being nice.
Yeah. What she does is she sees you following her and she breaks into a flat sprint.
Oh! Now we chase!
She's quick. She's real quick.
Well, it's good I'm tireless. Fucking let's do this.
Yep.
Give me I know it's a lot of rolling right now, but this is...
I'm also tireless.
Good.
Yeah!
Let's get this is a stamina plus athletics roll.
Oh.
Chase team!
Oh my god. Chase team!
Stamina plus athletics.
Yes.
Difficulty 6, I assume?
Yes.
I'll add the specialization.
Yes. Tireless is definitely going to help here, so if you roll any 10s...
and I'm going to add a willpower too, because this bitch ain't getting away.
Alright.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about that. for extra willpower gives you extra dice to roll, right?
No, it gives you an automatic success.
Ah.
If you spend a willpower, you start out by having one additional success.
Right, and can you spend rage in a similar way?
No, that'll give you extra actions. You can't get extra successes out.
So I have 5.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have 5
spend one willpower as well.
Yes.
And let's see. 4. Okay, that's pretty good.
4 and 5 respectively, and I have to roll for her to get away. Now you're probably gonna hate me, but let's see.
Yeah, rolls 50 dice.
Shoot!
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. I'm seeing.
You see her take off, and as she starts to run, what you realize is her legs suddenly come. Her legs go from being normal to look at to being digitigrade.
Ugh.
Oh, right. She is Fomori.
Yes, she is.
And she is
that's one of
fucking fast.
One of her.
I think
gifts.
as Molly or as Boo realizes that she can't catch her, she just barks after her. You stink, lady!
I feel like so I thought for a second it was like that flesh-eating vampire, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when you said digitigrade, I was like, oh, okay.
So she takes off at a ridiculous pace. It's like you guys have never seen anything human run even remotely that quickly. She is outpacing you on 2 legs, and you guys are running on 4.
Yeah.
Kind of like seeing a Theta running at full speed, right?
But
Usain bolting it.
But
I just realized I forgot to press the beast thing. Would that have made a difference?
the beast thing.
Yeah, of like it gives me +2 stamina, right?
Well, you can roll 2 more dice.
Yeah, actually, because it's probably not gonna make a difference, but I'm just gonna,
I mean, it'll
be lucky that it's no.
It's a success. It's a success and a subtraction, so it evens out.
Still 4.
Still 4. So she takes off, but you guys are both tireless.
Mm-hmm.
And in this situation, that means that even though you do lose sight of her, you don't get tired, so you can keep following her trail.
But ironically using the human way of hunting.
Yes.
I mean, there is a reason Boo yelled after her. Well, barked, because, she's lupus. Yeah. That you stink, lady, as in, I can still fucking follow you, bitch.
Exactly, and you can. And the problem, of course, is that you follow her, and she does, in fact, run back to the hotel.
I bark at the hotel doors.
And she has, her legs are back to normal before she enters, obviously, but you're also, there are also people around the hotel. That's the thing.
Yeah,
even this time of night, it's not a quiet place. There are concierges, and there's a man standing by the door, and to open it to let people in, and all sorts of employees who are on night duty. So
speaking of people standing by the door,
yeah.
Do the other two stand by the door?
Xander was
somewhere
going to
nearby?
watch the hotel, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you guys, when you guys get there, you arrive just in time to see her hurrying inside.
Gee, what's got her spooked?
Moments later, fucking, Newfie comes out barking at it. Everyone who isn't Boo or Garou will not understand the barks, but everyone who can understand it will hear her, fucking coward, come out and fight me!
Wait. Alright, calm yourself down. Calm yourself down, big dog. That's enough there.
Molly appears as well in Lupus.
Oh, you too.
Woof. Like
promptly
a much less
annoyed.
enthusiastic woof, and just like,
Let's go somewhere quiet.
Yeah, I think
Finale.
as soon as like she's out of the way, she'll switch back to Hamid.
All right.
I thought you two were going to City Hall.
Well, we were, but then Boo decided to follow the smell, apparently.
Thanks.
And then we
lot.
we found her, and then we thought we might be able to get her. You know, target of opportunity kind of thing. Turns out she's fucking fast though.
She has weird legs and a long tongue.
Oh yeah, she's Fomori as fuck.
Oh, good. Well, not good, but you know what I mean. That's. Oh boy, we've got our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
I think she
What's
ate
up,
someone
Fomori?
in the church.
For more, it's what happens when a Bane, this evil spirit of the worm, takes over the body of a human being and changes it to suit their plans.
That sounds unpleasant.
Yep, very dangerous. Nothing human left about him, and unfortunately, now that she knows that she found you, she knew what you were. That means she'll be looking out for us. She'll be more careful. We can't rely on her pattern being the same now.
Well, I believe, I'm not sure, but I don't think she saw me. So
No, I fell down the stairs behind.
Never mind. What is it?
Boo is very noticeable.
Fox Street points out that the last couple of days, she's been going out and finding people and bringing them back to her room, and they've not been coming out. Well, sounds like she's been eating them.
Yeah, probably.
I think she ate before she went home this time.
Oh, bloody hell.
Maybe she got cocky.
Well, maybe she realized she couldn't bring people in there when they don't leave. Because
That's
people
a good
go
point.
into hotels to leave, right?
Well,
There's a joke for a doggy bag in here.
What? They put doggies in bags?
No.
I think
doggy
Xander
bag.
just pats Boo on the head.
Now's not the time. The point is, it's very likely that she's going to be more careful if she goes out now.
yeah.
Then we should eat her inside. I mean, kill her inside.
Okay, yes, you certainly shouldn't be eating Fomori. That's really bad juju.
No, but I'm also hungry, which is why I accidentally said it.
Right, okay, we'll have to get you something to eat then. But
So
what is...
looks like Fox Freak's recommendation of climbing the building is probably our best option now.
I still think we should get one of us in there as a bait. Keep her guard down.
Wouldn't she be able to sense if we're Guru?
Well, that's true. If she could sense that. Well, if she could sense that Boo was one of us, then.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. There's no easy way of doing it.
It might
Well-
have been the whole sneaking after her part.
Well, so do we still want to get into the city hall, or do we want to get into this place?
I think, considering that people's lives are immediately in danger from her, it might be worth.
Taking her out as well. I get you.
Yeah, even if she is on the lookout now.
Well, problem's gonna be like, you know, we need to get in there and then fight her without actually like traumatizing the entire building.
They have windows, don't they?
I think so. Yeah. Probably
Through a
those.
window, then.
Yeah, but probably those like suicide-proof ones. You know, the ones that don't like open up all the way.
Umbra?
Not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know about
It may not be
this.
a good idea,
no-
but it's one of your only ones.
I wouldn't be surprised if that hotel was owned by Pentex somehow. Well,
Sneak in
okay.
through a back door?
They're all good ideas. Honestly, like, if we weren't all bums, I'd say like we could act like one of the employees or something. But well,
I know!
what?
Yeah.
We get one of the others that doesn't look like a bum to help us.
Well, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
True, but
But-
I mean, someone like Henrietta looks like they actually, belong there. Or Aoife.
still really risky.
Yeah.
I think maybe the disembodied voice we don't know who it's from is right. We should risk the Umbra.
Well, we could always like check out the Umbra, see how bad it is. Maybe it's not even that bad.
Oh, it's going to be bad. I can guarantee you that. But
Well, if Foxfreak can do something about the thingies that look at you, then
I can
we won't
handle
be
that.
noticed.
That's a good point, actually.
well, if you can handle it, Zan,
If
that's
they're
great.
really smart, I remember him talking about, some really smart places having only electronic locks, but I don't really care much about any locks anyway.
What, you want to do like a really clever heist where we just basically walk in and just get up to her floor with like the hacker fixing everything for us?
No,
Speaking
I
of-
think Boo
like
tilts her
one
head.
of those
No,
movies.
most locks.
Like-
I don't care about most locks. I just open.
Speaking of high tech, we've learned what we're looking for at City Hall. There's not any electronic copies; it's all paper.
Okay, so guess we'll have to break in there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's clear that we need to go after this fucker. So how about this? I'll try and figure out what room she's in. Maybe it's better if Xander does that because
Well,
hacking and all that stuff.
If Foxfreak know how many people went to her room and didn't leave, maybe he knows what room.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure Foxtrake already has that information.
Yeah, that would make sense. What else do we need to? Yeah, we need to find a way in. So I guess we can go scout in the Umbra.
I think, by the way, I should say, this happened not this time, but last time we played. That he was the one who informed you that she lived in this hotel. He did tell you back then. Foxfreak told you back then that she had a suite, so he would have told you which suite.
Oh, excellent.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, something about that. The first numbers is the floor, and then the last one is the room number of that floor, or something like that.
Like
Yeah.
Xander, pets Boo is like, generally that's how all room numbers work, Boo.
Really? Because at one point I thought that it was because they had 400 something rooms, but it wasn't. It was just because it was on the 4th floor.
I mean, they might have both, depending on how big the place is.
Boo's face looks like she had her mind blown. That's a lot of rooms.
Xander gives her scritches.
Why do people need so many rooms?
Well,
Sometimes a lot of people have to have a place to sit to stay, Boo.
yeah, the more people they can stay, the more people paying Pentex, That's their logic anyway.
Do they know they're doing a bad thing?
I'm sure somebody does at some level. I somehow doubt that like the chef or whatever is in on it.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be an interesting meal.
I feel like that would be less fun and more horrifying, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So let's take a look around. Let's do the thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
What happened to your voice?
I don't know. like my voice actually went weird for a second. that was
Everyone's just staring at
voice.
Molly.
That was out of character. That point, like my fucking voice went. Woo!
I mean, yeah, but
Your voice went, fuck it. We're doing this now.
yeah, that's fine.
My voice is possessed by the spirit of Boo.
Yay.
Okay,
So what do we do first?
outside the Umbra.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and enter the Umbra.
All right.
Yeah.
And Xander looks uncomfortable again.
Look, do you want to borrow my mirror shades? It might help you in.
Pick Xander up under the arm, carry him into the Umbra.
Oh, not this again.
No.
Not this again.
He's just holding on to Boo's arm. Or holding on to Boo.
This is my emotional support Newfie.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And clear.
Did you want to borrow the mirror shades off of Barry?
Shades.
Hmm?
What are you
You
talking
cut
about?
They are a fetish that Barry possesses that makes it easier to go into the Umbra.
And it wouldn't help him if it's a fetish. It wouldn't help him because it's attuned to you.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. That's a shame. Well, in that case, fair enough. You'll just have to hang on to Boo and hope for the best.
Yep.
All right.
You'll be fine.
Let us.
It's the mirror. Thunk.
Yes. That is a. Ooh, let's see. That is how to get in there is a gnosis roll.
And it's one easier because I'm helping Sander.
Yes.
Oh,
And
no.
you are heading into the Umbra in the middle of York, which is not the easiest place in the world, so difficulty here would normally be 7, but it's 6 because you're helping him.
Okay. And in my
So,
case, carry on.
does one person roll for all of us, or how does this
Nope,
work?
each person rolls individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a merit I have. Not that one.
It is not a botch, so
Poor Xander.
Sander is just unable to get anywhere, but the others that
they get an extra dice.
Oh, that's true. You get an extra die, and if you want, you can always spend a willpower point for an automatic success.
Yep.
True.
Aha!
Hey,
Success.
there you go. Awesome. You do
Victory.
manage. Oh, and then there's Boo.
Jesus.
Yes.
Everyone wants to play success.
What?
She rolled 6 dice and got 7 successes.
How?
Yeah, I don't know how that worked either.
Rolled a 10 and another success?
10.
It's wait a second. Look at the roll.
What the fuck?
hold on.
You rolled.
Oh,
You've rolled 12 dice.
How?
6 plus 6 d10.
Did you put in dice modifier?
No, it's probably because I also have temporary noses on it.
That's possible.
Possible. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm remove it
Actually-
and see if it works.
No, because I have temporary notices on it as well. And I rolled 4. So that's not it. What the hell?
That's still 6 plus 6. I don't know.
Okay, I'm
why.
gonna
I
test
think,
something.
yeah, you may have to roll these ones manually.
Yeah, I'll do
I
that
think
because this
it
is
actually
weird.
with the. I think it is actually with the dice modifier.
Yeah.
Because if you look at your successes, it says 6 plus 6 d10, right? And now I did it with the dice modifier, and it says 4 plus 6. So I think somewhere in there it's modifying your dice.
Yeah, I think these rolls have to be done manually, but that's all right. That's still 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, so no problem at all. You get in there not without any difficulties.
My gnosis is correct.
Yes.
But mine's also super low.
It's weird.
It is. It is.
Oh well.
You all get into the Umbra. It takes a little longer for some people than for others, but you do manage to squeeze your way through the veil and get into the spirit world.
Yeah.
And you are not far from the hotel, so the first thing you notice when you get out there is there's something not quite right about this place.
We're off to a good start.
Well, it's not like we didn't expect this. So, let's go fuck up some beans, eh?
Let's go about this carefully. I don't want to charge in and get killed in the first few minutes.
No, I get you. And like, as she's saying that, Molly does switch to Kredos.
Yes.
Fuck's sake! All right.
Look, it's just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I could be sneaky.
I think-
in this room.
Boo changes to his bow.
Yes.
It's the first time in a while she takes on anything that's slightly fighty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She usually don't.
His bow is very fighty.
She also has a strength specialty in biting.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, that is gonna
Yep.
be
Right.
painful.
I'll try shifting to Krynos as well.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll for that? Oh, yes, I've got the change form here.
Yeah, you can just change.
You're doing it before going into anything, so
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Okay, I shall.
you can take your time.
Yep, you managed to get there, and all of you are in whatever forms you feel are appropriate for the situation. But as I said, there's definitely something funky about the hotel. It looks like the whole building is in real life. It's actually quite a nice, like Victorian era building. Like a classic British hotel sort of thing.
Would you
oh, sorry.
Would you say we're going to Funky Town?
Ha ha ha! No, you're looking at a building here which looks like, instead of being painted, it looks like it's been tarred.
Oh no!
That's never a good sign.
No, sort of tar-like secretions are a very worm-like sign.
Tar-like secretions, viscous globules of the stuff is running down the walls. And you can see, through several windows, you can see this sickly green glow.
Honestly, they should write to Disney World, Florida. They could put the haunted house there out of business.
And it only costs one thing.
So, why do you think I posted the Urdak music in the background?
I think there is a moment of quiet from Boo before she says, "For the bargain price of, the trip of a lifetime."
I think Xander, after a while, finally shifts into Krynos, but for a while he just stayed in his Hamid.
Yeah.
Well, if we're not careful, this will be the trip of a lifetime for one or more of us. So let's be super careful in there.
Agree. Probably going to be
There
some planes
is-
running out of tunnels.
Every time there is one of those postural thingies glooping or something, there is a slightly nervous growl from Boo.
Which means Boo is probably kind of low-key growling all the way through this.
Yeah.
Right, maybe we don't want to go inside with it like this. Maybe scaling the wall is for the best.
Maybe. Let's take a look around, see where we can climb easiest.
Sure.
Can we with that shit
Hold
on the walls?
Well, I'm sure there's going to be some place that's not tarred.
Yeah, Xander's gonna go around the hotel and see if there's any clear patches on
There
the
are.
outside.
Yeah, I'll go with.
There aren't.
There aren't. Okay.
Oh shit.
It really looks like the haunted house from hell pretty much everywhere, and you're pretty sure you can also see movement behind some of the windows from time to time, so there are things in there.
Well, that's not great.
Guys,
Yeah?
on second thought, this place is a fucking fortress of Wormtail. I don't think four of us, even like this, is going to cut it in there.
Okay, so how about 4 of us and a bunch of explosives?
Maybe. But to be honest, I think we need to get them from somewhere. Look, it's her we're after. I think we need to wait it out until we can get her outside her again. Catch her while she's not in her own turf. Because there's no way 4 of us could take that on.
Maybe we should we should enlist some help with this. With this specific thing.
If we were to go in there, we'd need not only the entirety of our set, we'd probably need a good number of the other set that we don't like as well. And even then, the casualties are going to be spectacular.
Well, honestly, we don't like them. That's why we ask them to go in first, right?
I think if we make it a challenge, they'll run in like morons.
They're not morons, that's the thing.
Yeah,
They aren't? They kind of
No.
look like it.
They're
Yeah,
assholes, but not morons.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's part of the trick. They make themselves look dumb so they catch you unawares. I mean, look what they did to...
I've forgotten the poor man's name now, but
It was Harry. Look at the fool they made of Harry back at Moot. They know how to get under people's skin. They wouldn't fall for this.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
So
have to
it's the human way of wait for her to come out.
Yeah.
And the point is that I don't need, as a player, I do not need common sense to know that going in there into what you basically described as the haunted house from hell with just the four of us, even in Krenos, is a very bad idea.
I will put it
me-
this way. I would not set up a suicide run for you. I don't, because as a storyteller, I don't believe in setting up suicide runs like that.
No, that's
if I do, you will be extremely aware. I will make it very clear to people. Don't do this. Because don't do this unless you want to run a real risk. Because I don't want to see people get splattered and the campaign coming to an end.
So if it's a suicide run, it's because we roll shit.
Exactly. For Krenos werewolves is a significant force.
I think the big thing, like, it's funny because this is me thinking in D&D terms, is like you were describing it and I was thinking, oh cool, a dungeon.
and
That's true.
What you could do, strictly speaking, is now you know where it is, you know what it looks like, and so on and so forth, and you could wait, because we are coming up on the end. So you could wait until next time, and then you're going to have Frankie there, and that makes 5 of you.
This is very true.
Including Frankie, who is on paper, your second most ragey character. So therefore,
yeah, that's good.
You would have an extra set of claws if that was the case. So
that'd be good.
I think Boo just came up with a harebrained scheme.
Oh. Yeah.
Because we're going into worm-tainted shit.
Yeah.
And we have someone who really likes fighting, who were just, ridiculed not long ago, so he probably has a lot of frustration on him. So she's gonna ask Harry if he wants to go beat some worm ass.
Oh my.
You want to... I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No.
Yeah. I need to actually remember something. Where are the flaws in the rulebook?
Because if there is something Boo wants, it's to also help, the mighty Silver Fangs, who is like, I am better than the world. But really they're falling apart inside, right?
Yeah, they're just the bone was good inside.
She wants them to also see that just because you ain't Silverfang doesn't mean you can't have stuff in common, right?
Yeah.
She is trying her hardest to find ways to unite the fucking Sept, and she's running out of ideas. But this is a good way with Harry, at least. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, where is it? Because I realise there's a floor of Barry's I haven't been playing to. I need to try and play to it if I can.
Impatient.
Yeah, impatient, and I can't find the flaws. I can't find merits and flaws in the rulebook.
Oh, if you find it again, I would suggest that you write it into the place where you have your merits and flaws. I have everything my merit does in the same area.
Yeah.
So that it's easier to find, like merits. I have, huge sites when what it does, stuff like that. Because the book can be a little bit confusing to find your way around in.
So, I think this sounds like a reasonably good place to pause until next time, then?
Yeah, we can do a slightly shorter
Ending
session.
on Boo having the brightest light bulb over her head.
Yeah, it is a little bit shorter session, but we're back in the swing of things at least, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We end with Boo having the spirit of light bulbs over her head. I like that.
I mean, she does have a spirit heritage, so it's like there's always little enigma spirits, swarming around her when they can.
I do like the idea that even in worm territory, there would be like non-worm tainted spirits that are like just kind of there. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh yes, I am a light bulb spirit. I just live here. That's just what I do. Like, like,
A spirit
like, it's
of a
possible that there would.
that would be a weaver spirit in that case.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is a
like-
city, so that would
yeah.
make sense.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you have this panting new feet, and then the light bulb lights up above its head, and then its little spider legs start moving, and it crawls off of Boo's face and wanders off.
With her
And
saying,
there
"Thank
goes
you."
All right.
Yes.
So I will give you guys 3 XP for tonight,
Nice.
and I'll make sure to let Rasmus know about that as well.
Okay.
I just
let's
did.
see.
Okay.
Oh,
No
you
problem. Excellent.
I might actually. No, it needs.
So we are up to 15?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
15 and all.
15.
I need 2 more, and then I can buy up my primal urge a little higher.
All right.
I think I'm definitely gonna start spending more into like fighty stuff. Definitely gonna come up.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes sense.
Joan,
Yes.
last time I upped my computer
Yep.
from 3 to 4 and got a specialization.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go with like cybersecurity
Yes.
for my specialization.
That is fair.
Okay.
Especially considering you probably have some kind of background in like in the special forces. I'm sure they'll have had you be like hack something.
Exactly.
No problem.
Well, welcome to Rainbow Six.
Well, in that case, I think that is all for us for tonight. But do please join us again next week, ladies and gentlemen, where I think there's a reasonable chance that we're gonna have to, we're gonna see a well, not a dungeon crawl, but a hotel crawl in this case. And until then, from us here at CharismaToAC, thank you very much for joining us, and bye for now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.